Wow, I've never been so excited for Luffy, my favorite One Piece character, losing in a battle. That scene at the end in the final page where he's melting, and because he's the man of destiny, a lot of people are mad about that because of Naruto and how much they didn't like Naruto being the guy of destiny and whatnot, and the chosen one. But you have to understand, One Piece has been sprinkling destiny throughout the series. We know Croc has talked about how they are waiting for a bunch of pirates like that, and he gives off a strange aura when it comes to him and Roger. Then we also know the mayor of Luffy's hometown, Whoop, stop saying, "Is Luffy a man of dreams, or is he a man of destiny? Is it his destiny or his dream?" Questioning if this is all predetermined. Of course, Whitebeard also talks about how there's going to be a man who directly goes against the world government, finds the One Piece, and of course holds the weight of centuries on his back, and that's Luffy. And then really talks about, is it coincidence or whatnot, and talks about how he is worthy of wearing Roger's straw hat, and talks about, is everything coincidence or is it pretty much meant to happen, which is destiny. And of course, the first ever chapter, last page, Oda, pretty much the narrator says it himself, that Luffy's on a journey, embarking on a journey of and destiny. So definitely want to say Luffy is finally reaching that point that I haven't felt this much joy. Okay, that wasn't that funny, but you guys get what I'm trying to say when it comes to joy. But me personally, I haven't felt that much joy in a long time reading a One Piece chapter. Now, of course, this chapter, there is a break, and you're probably thinking, am I mad? Is LegendMac mad about a break in the One Piece story? Usually I am, but this time I think a break is needed because the hype was overwhelming, guys. We started off Wano with a bunch of Rocks hype. Rocks are back, the Rocks pirates, all these monsters and whatnot, and how the lurking legend and whatnot. But I'll be honest, I came out of left field. Gold D, Roger, and Joy Boy took over Wano, with of course Monkey D Luffy at the wheel, and Luffy now awakening, or is it someone else awakening? I'll be honest with you, I'm scared to see what kind of character Luffy becomes, because definitely want to say anything can surprise me after when we see chapter 1044. The hype is real. Make sure you guys don't forget to hit that bell and turn on notification, because that's the biggest way you guys won't miss future uploads. Of course, we'll try to get 1,043 likes for chapter 1043 greatness. I think it deserves it, guys. And of course, we'll try to get to 90k subscribers. Well, we're almost there, so 10k more subscribers for 100k, and you guys all know the 100k special I'm planning. So definitely want to say turn on notification. That's how we're gonna help this channel succeed. It means a lot, the support I'm getting lately. Now, seeing Luffy on that last page, his lifeless body, I'll be honest here, it didn't make me sad, guys. It gave me chills. I had chills seeing that. And of course, we all know that before that scene, we see Kaido and his heat breath is causing havoc in Wano. And then of course, Zunisha, after seeing Luffy's lifeless body, says, "Do you hear that? That's the drums of liberation I haven't heard in 800 years." And then we see Luffy with a heartbeat coming back to life. But is it really Luffy? Because Momonosuke says, "Who's here?" And Zunisha's like, "Joy Boy." And I'm like, huh? Yeah, LegendMac's like, huh? Joy Boy's here? Like, what's going on? And we see Luffy smiling while his hat's melting. While we see that, of course, Nika, that's related to some god Nika, that's been mentioned by Who's Who. Like, there's so many epic stuff happening in one page, and there's so much to talk about. But at the end of the day, all I got was a reaction of hype, yo. I just felt excitement, and that's what I love to see from One Piece chapters, yo. Like, I love seeing the stories, I love seeing the fights, and I love seeing cool stuff and whatnot, but definitely want to say the excitement I get, like moments like that last page where nothing is literally happening. Luffy is lifeless, but then everything is happening. You know what they say, guys? A picture says 1,000 words, and that final picture said more than 1,000 words to me personally. Of course, the chapter starts off with Kaido where he left off, with that thunder bagua to Luffy. In a devastating fashion, Luffy gets out of his gear 4th form, gets sent flying up in the air, then comes back down, and his voice is gone. Momonosuke does not hear his voice when it comes to his ability to hear Luffy's voice with the voice of all things. And we see that box where we saw Sanji defeated Queen, Zoro defeated King, Kid and Law defeated Big Mom, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are they announcing all these defeats? We see that box, and it's Kaido, the King of Beasts, determined the winner, declared the winner, and Luffy's eyes are gone. You're looking like Zunisha's eyes, and Kaido's breathing hard, and he also looks devastated. Crazy to see Kaido's devastated, but he won the battle. Kaido defeated Monkey D Luffy. Straw Hat Luffy in a 1v1 battle, always bet on Kaido, and we saw what happened in this chapter. Wow. Of course, just because Kaido won doesn't mean he isn't feeling some type of way about how he won. We see Kaido, of course, talk to CP0's boss and say, "Do you know what you've done?" And this is a crazy moment, because I'll be honest with you, in One Piece history, this is probably the most badass moment. And in a sense of like how This character knows he's about to get destroyed by Kaido, but he didn't really care in a sense. He tips his hat to Kaido knowing the outcome, and Kaido with that advanced Conqueror's Haki, a full-on swing, reaches his head top, and we see the destruction on the rooftop. What a combo. I'll be honest here, guys. CP0 number 2, the sidekick, tips his hat to, in a sense, saying mission complete. And I'll be honest with you, he was annoying and he interrupted the battle, and there's a lot of things I can say about CP0's boss. I want him to be stronger, like he's been hyped up since Dressrosa, but can I keep it real with you guys? The way he went out, I have to respect it. Regardless of what he done, the way he went out, I have to respect it. Of course, in the middle of the chapter, we see Kaido pulling up on pretty much the remaining fighters after defeating Luffy, and says, "Where's Momonosuke? Where's your leader?" And then he says, "Where's your top warrior, Straw Hat Luffy? Has been defeated. He's dead, actually, more than defeated." And Law says he can't hear Luffy's voice. Crazy, because now Law, with the voice of all things, confirmed. And of course, Kid says, "Looks like we weren't kidding ourselves when it comes to hoping on Luffy." And Law says it's a bitter pill to swallow, because of course Luffy's his dog, his alliance member. This is the whole plan to take out Kaido. And of course, I want to say Chopper crying, Tama crying, and Nami's anger was a cool moment to see. Nami pretty much saying, "Stop the cap, Kaido. You're a cap star." And Kaido's like, "What? Like, how am I a liar? How am I a liar? Like, your spirit's not broken." And Kaido with that heat breath to Nami, and gets blocked by the first division of the Whitebeard Pirates, Marco. Such a cool moment. And Marco says, "Don't give up," because Marco was in that same predicament when Whitebeard fell in Marineford. They couldn't give up. They had to still fight. And I had to say, a lot of connections to Marineford and Wano that I've been seeing. And pretty much the chapter title is the main focus Ichiro Oda wants us to have. Of course, the last page is the main focus, but the chapter title is what he wants the theme of the chapter to be about. And it pretty much says, like, we're all going to die together in a sense. And Momonosuke wants to surrender, but he cares about the others, people, his samurai, his people, just like his father did. But Yamato's like, "F that, yo. We've been suffering for so long, yo. You're the only one who's not limited in power. Momonosuke, you have to fight." And then he's like, "What?" Momonosuke's like, "What? Luffy lost to this man. Like, how do you want me to fight this guy?" And Yamato says, "I'd rather die than pretty much live under Kaido. Living under Kaido is not worth it in a sense. This battle is the outcome. Either we win or we lose." And definitely feel like the hype is real to see Momonosuke battle Kaido, and then of course maybe Luffy come out of nowhere. But it's pretty cool to see this interaction between the man who believes he's Kozuki Oden and the son of Kozuki Oden who's been aged. So I want to see Momonosuke in his human form, and if he's an adult, it'll be pretty cool to see him and Hiyori in front of Kaido right before Luffy, or should I say Joy Boy, starts the battle. Of course, Kaido goes in his savage mode and pretty much is just talking shit. He says, "I ain't soft like Orochi," and he says pretty much, "All you guys are gonna be my slaves. You're just bodies to me. You're gonna work in the factory." Pretty much saying the women and children are also gonna be slaves. And he pretty much said a very important thing. This is what it means to lose in war, and you guys risked it, and now this is what your consequences is. It reminds me of Doflamingo's speech about how kids who only see war and kids who have never seen war have different mindsets. Kaido's remember saying, "You guys lost the war, and now you guys are going to have to face the consequences. Bring me Momonosuke, and we're not going to be done until you bring me that guy, that man." He wants to see Kozuki Oden's son. I don't know, Kaido is hell-bent on winning. He is trying to become the GOAT. And of course, it was pretty funny to see the fodder Beast Pirates get hyped up because Kaido won and start talking trash and say, "Yeah, you guys beat Big Mom, Kid-in-Law, but Kaido was a different story." And pretty much they went up against, try to defeat Kid-in-Law. Like, Kid-in-Law and the 1% power could destroy these fodder Beast Pirates, but to see the crew protect them was cool. And Kid says, "F it, yo, I'm fighting. I'm not going out like this. I'm going out on my shield, yo. I'm not going to be surrendering or getting killed, yo. I'm going to continue fighting." And Law's feeling it. He's just thinking about Luffy, like, damn, Straw Hat. Like, definitely want to say they bet on that man, Monkey D Luffy, and they're facing the consequences of betting on it, because now it's like, what next, yo? They're done. They have used all their power. And I gotta say, you see the thumbnail, guys. Nika, Sun God Nika was a really interesting story by who's who. The man who was guarding Luffy's Delver ability that was stolen by Red Hair Shanks. And definitely want to say the story about how Impel Down Guard got taken out after saying that story, and Luffy having the same pose as Nika and Skypiea. The hype is real in a sense because of what we saw at the last page. Luffy grinning and having the cat pretty much sound effect. Definitely want to say who's who might have brought some of the craziest plot points into the One Piece story. It's funny because he's not that major of a character, but the hype is real. And I definitely want to say Luffy, Joy Boy, but Nika, like, I want to see the connection, because You guys all see my profile picture on my YouTube channel, Nolan the Liar. Like, I love the legendary lore of the One Piece story, going centuries back. I just enjoy it too much. I just have a great joy for it. Okay, I'm done, guys. I'm done. But tell me your thoughts. I love reading you guys' comments. Make sure you guys don't forget to turn on notification. That's how you guys see future videos. And like and share if you enjoy. Like and share only if you enjoy. Subscribe from One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.